So let's talk about Thresh's archetype and what he does and excels at. Thresh is a mid to long range character that uses his hooks and his lantern to keep opponents at bay and create mix-ups and get in. He can also use his lantern to get in on zoners, as well as his dash being invincible and being able to go through projectiles. So it's kind of hard to time, but you can go through projectiles. You can't get a punish, but it'll at least get you to the opponent. So that's just Thresh's characterization when it comes to being an archetype and what archetype he is. Thresh basically excels at around this range. He is very slow, especially on his mediums and his heavies. So be careful just throwing out 5H or really any heavy, because people can just run in and jump on you, so you kind of have to play it safe and watch what your opponent does. But setting up lanterns is kind of what you want to do in terms of your game plan, especially against zoners, and then use 6H. This can create mix-ups. Sorry, 4H. You can use assists to your advantage as well to help keep pressure tight. Also, almost forgot to mention, Air H is really good, as it has really good range, and if you happen to hit them with it, you can confirm into a H into S1. So he has really good hit confirmability pretty much at any range. Also, Forward Heavy is gonna be one of your combo and pressure tools, so make sure you utilize this. What you can do is go into a charged Air H after. I will have a combo guide linked on this video, so make sure you check that out, as I already, like I said, made a combo guide for Thresh. But continuing with his heavies, 2H in the air, which is down heavy, is going to be his cross-up tool. So if you happen to dash over an enemy or just jump over them, this is what you're going to want to use, and then you can go for your combo. Another thing I wanted to point out was if you have your lantern out and you happen to hit them with a heavy, you can hit confirm this, and then teleport, and then go for a combo there. So like I said, his hit confirmability is super good in this game. Down forward, or 3H, is an overhead, and it hard knocks down when they're on the ground, so you can use this opportunity to throw out a lantern or even his ghost. I'll go into a few ways you can set these up in a little bit, but yeah, just make sure you note that down. 6H in the air is basically the same thing as 3H on the ground, but it's mainly going to be used in combos. So now we can talk about Blockstring Pressure. What you're going to want to do is avoid doing medium into heavy, because this does have a gap and your opponent can parry or mash super or level 3 through it. So what you want to do is medium 6H, and this makes it gapless. And what you can do is do 6H into 5H, and this is still gapless. And if you incorporate an assist in the middle of it, you can do something like that. That's what Thresh is all about, is setting up his lantern through combos or Blockstring Pressure, and then mixing up his opponent through some kind of assist. So yeah, I'll have a few examples of Blockstring Pressure with maybe a few different characters, but essentially you're just gonna wanna do light medium 6H, and like I said, that'll keep it blocked or airtight, and then you can incorporate some kind of assist. But yeah, just keep this in mind, as this is going to be your basic pressure route. So I'll just talk a little bit about synergy and who I think would go well with Thresh. And some of the characters are Blitzcrank, Jinx, Vi, and Braum, and possibly Yasuo. Just off the top of my head, I think those would go really good with Thresh in terms of combo ability and just mix-ups during pressure. And dealing with other characters such as zoners, Yasuo and Thresh together would probably be super anti-zoner, so you know, experiment with synergies with Thresh because I feel like quite a few characters could go well with him. But yeah, that's kind of the end of the video of this Thresh guide. I will leave a link in the description for my combo video, or leave it in the comments so you guys can go check it out. Of course, there is some optimizations that can be done in that guide, so if you want more optimal combos after you check my combo guide out, you can go look and see what you can optimize. But like I said, this is the end of the video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, let me know in the comments below. I'm DarkSynth, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.